Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to another episode of the Saturday Show. I am your host, of course, Tracy Carson. And boy, we're going to try to edit that, but we're going to edit that real quick. I did not see that. Got my name correct. I don't know how I spelled my own name wrong, but I'm your host. I will be with you here for the next couple of minutes. Um, to talk about the show. You see the title. Can't share any screens because YouTube hates me. They let false information about celebrities' deaths that aren't really dead go on, but hey, I can't even share a clip. So no clips. But before we get started, I have a couple of bills to pay. Please, 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 please subscribe. We are up to 350. I cannot believe we were at like 330 last week, which means we added like maybe 17, 18 subscribers last week. It was a really good week for me last week. So subscribing is free. Doesn't cost you anything. Help us to reach our goal of 1,000. I want to come on here my last show in December and say, hey, we reached 1,000. Thank you very much. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You can also support me on Patreon. Patreon support starts at $2 per month. That's 50 cents a week. And that eventually is going to help me to get some lights. Another computer because I want to work with two screens instead of one. But that Patreon support is very, very important. Visit the official merchandise story. We will not have a t-shirt giveaway this week. We'll have it next week. But again, any money that's raised through the sale of t-shirts always goes right back to the channel. So remember to go to my official merchandise store. Follow me on Facebook. And I forgot something here. Hold on a second, guys. I forgot one link here. By following me on Facebook, eventually if I get 100 subscribers or 100 followers, I get to podcast on Facebook. So help me with that. I'm trying to see, did I do this? No, I did not. So we're going to move on to the next one. You can also follow me at Blue Sky, at Hi, It's Me, Tracy. You just Google search a Blue Sky, BLUE space SKY. And when you get to the find, you can either type, if you remember this address, it'll take you directly to the page. Or if not, you can always type Hi, It's Me, Tracy, which is HIITSMETRACY. And finally, follow me at Rumble. I literally need one more follower so that I can podcast on Rumble. I just need one more. So if anybody's out there, please follow me on Rumble. I want to start podcasting on there also. So I would appreciate that. Thank you for letting me get all these announcements out of the way. Remember to add your comments. And I also forgot this. So let me type this in the little section so you can all know this. I can't believe. Finally, help us to get 35 likes and 15 shares. We'll probably move that number up to 50 in the next couple of weeks. I don't know when that'll happen, but we're asking that 35 of you like this podcast, this particular one, or any of the other ones, and 15 of you share. That would be greatly appreciated. And now on to the topic of today. top cereal mascots. I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. Um, you have to picture this for the millennials and Gen Zers. You're not going to understand anything I'm about to say. But for anybody with Generation X, especially, Saturday mornings were always special, right? Because we got to watch cartoons and we get a gigantic bowl of cereal and just watch our favorite cartoons, whether it was, I don't know, cornflake, frosted flakes, whatever it was, we were watching. And so some of the cereals had mascots, iconic mascots. Now I had teeter-tottered on making this a countdown, but I have the list. So I have the list of who I'm going to talk about. So don't worry about that. I'm not going to go to my phone and be like, well, this one was this and then it is. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts about the character. But oh, and put your comments in the comment section if I forget someone or misidentify somebody. But I'm not doing a countdown. So these are just random order. These are the mascots that I remember growing up. Let's get to the list by starting out with Count Chocula. Now, Count Chocula was with what cereal was Count Chocula with? Count Chocula was with was the cereal called Count Chocula? Because he was a vampire. Well, he was Dracula, but his character was named Count Chocula. I think that was the character's name, but I can't remember what the cereal's name was. It started in 1971, and the cereal, it was okay. It had like marshmallows, something in it. I can't remember the name of the cereal, but I know the character was named Count Chocula. And I'm trying to read on this page here, but chocolate cereal. But I'm curious what's in the cereal. Count Chocula cereal. What's in it? Like, what is in this cereal? Okay, so it's corn cereal with bits of marshmallows. Okay, because I was like, I couldn't remember whether marshmallows was a part of it or not a part of it. But Count Chocula definitely is on the list. But the one that I remember was the Frankenstein one. I think that was called Frankenberry. I want to say it was called Frankenberry. I'm almost 100% sure. I remember he was pink and he looked like Frankenstein. I'm going to say it was Frankenberry. Yeah, I'm right. Frankenberry. Now, this cereal I actually did eat because it was pink. The cereal was pink. He was pink. And he came out the same year. If you know anything about this, Count Chocolate and Frankenberry were part of the same cereal brand. So it was basically corn cereal with bits of, I think, pink marshmallows. Frankenberry, of course, was pink, was a Frankenstein, but they were never like scary. Like they really did a good job of dumbing them down so that kids wouldn't be like terrified of them. I mean, I don't know why children would be terrified of two things that don't exist, but hey, that I guess this is what they were thinking. Oh, I see somebody's checked in. Hello, Rob. Okay, so you might have to fight me. Cocoa Crisp is not on my list. I can't. I cannot with Cocoa Crisp. I cannot. Maybe you could change my mind, but Cocoa Crisp is not on my personal list. I don't think. No, I don't think Cocoa Crisp is on my list. But Frankenberry and Count Chocolate were part of the same franchise of cereals. Um, Both were like jovial, they were happy. They would try to capture people, but they only want to capture them to tell them about the cereal. It wasn't like they're gonna capture them and kill them. Then that other one that I don't remember is Boo Berry, but I'm not going to talk about Boo Berry because I'm going to talk about another because I had to point this list out. Uh, the Sugar Bear, the Sugar Bear Golden Crisp. This bear was off of the chain. They had, wait a minute, you got another one, Rodney. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ooh, I didn't eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so I don't know that one either. Yeah, it's gonna be some ones you may have to tell me about because I'm like, oh, I didn't eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Um, but the Sugar Bear, this guy or bear, this bear had like all kinds of adventures. They put him in the jungle and he's fighting either crocodiles or alligators. I can't tell the difference between either one. But he would be fighting like snakes and wrap them up and twirl them. He'd be fighting lions and tigers and bears. Well, not bears because he is a bear. He would go off on all of these. It was like a serial, but Serial, where they were telling one story and they would block them off and was like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And you have to follow this story. You would just follow this one storyline. It was really innovative. They don't do that anymore for cereal commercials because they just don't. But that was like really, really commercial that stood out to me. I always still confuse the cereal Golden Crisp with the one with the frog. Because there's the bear, which apparently is Sugar Bear, and there was the frog, and they both had puff wheat cereal. They tasted almost exactly the same, but I can't remember. I think the frog's name was Ickum, I think, but don't quote me on that. But I can never, when I was little, I couldn't, even now, pardon me, I still can't tell the difference between the taste of Golden Crisp and I think they're called Honey Smacks. I'm not 1,000% sure about what the name of the brand with the frog on them, but the frog and the Sugar Bear had like the exact same taste in cereal. This was started in 1963. And again, while his primary objective has always been to enjoy a bowl of Golden Crisp, Sugar Bear's journey has always been has its share of adversaries, from Granny the Good Witch, who started out as a foe but later became a friend, to other critters trying to snatch away his beloved cereal. Sugar Bear always manages to outwit, then often serenades a simple trick. No matter the challenge, his motto remains the same. Can't get enough of that Golden Crisp. It's got to taste you something. Yeah, can't get enough of that Golden Crisp. Sugar Bear's relaxed attitude and characteristic persona have made him a memorable figure in pop culture. His jingle and commercials are reminiscent of simpler times when Saturday mornings were about cartoons, cereal, and calm moments before the day's adventures. This character's legacy has transcended the cereal box, which appears in other media, even a few playful parodies, underscoring his stature as a beloved cereal figure. In a world filled with hyperactive heroes and frenzied chases Sugar Bear's enduring appeal lies to his cool confidence and unshakable love for Golden Crisp. He is reminiscent. He is a reminder, if I could read, that sometimes the most memorable moments come not from chaos, but from calm. As long as there are morning suns casting golden rays and craving for honey infused breakfast, Sugar Bear will continue to serenade his way into our hearts and breakfast bowls. I'm reading from a website, obviously. Yeah, because I just talked about Sugar Smacks. Wait a minute. So you're saying the frog was Sugar Smack. Okay, so the frog is Sugar Smacks and the bear is Golden Crisp. But they tasted exactly the same, right? Because I ate both. I ate the frog cereal, I ate the bear cereal, and I can never tell the difference in terms of taste. So I would often confuse them. But thank you, because I was like, what's the name of that cereal? But I really like their commercials, even as an adult, because like I said, it's a serial SERIAL of different stories that they would tell. And of course, they were after the Golden Crisp. That's the bear. I'm gonna have, you know what? Golden Crisp is the bear. Sugar Smacks is the frog. Golden Crisp is the bear. Sugar Smacks is the frog. I'm gonna keep saying that because, boy, I tell you, when I go to buy cereal, I'll be like, now which one am I getting? The bear or the frog? Because again, I can't, like, when I taste them, I'm like, they taste exactly the same to me. Like, there's no difference in the taste. Again, really cool commercials. I didn't know um uh that had been around since 63, so that was even before I was born. Thank you for bringing up the next one. Lucky Charms had good commercials, but did not. Who is sitting out here eating Lucky Charms? Who? Who is sitting out here thinking, you know what? Let me have some dried up marshmallows and put them on dry, crusty, nasty corn syrup. Ugh. But they had a mascot, and they had a mascot called Lucky the Leprechaun, also in 1963. So I'm gonna say what I think it is. Um, I think the commercials are like, instead of, thank you, nobody who's out here eating it. Who's like, yep, you know what I want? I don't want Frosted Flakes. I don't want Honey Nut Cheerios. Let me get some Lucky Charms. Nobody says that. That is a sentence that is never, ever, ever uttered. But Lucky Charms had this character called Lucky the Leprechaun. Lucky the Leprechaun, instead of, the misnomer or the thing about leprechauns is, if you find one, they'll lead you to a pot of gold. Well, in this case, they didn't. This Lucky the Leprechaun would lead you to a pot of nasty dried out cereal with some nasty marshmallows in it. I'm gonna read, and I'm reading this from whiteclouds.com. So just know that's where I'm getting this from, because they had like all the ones that I like. So I'm like, oh, I'll use this. He made his debut. Like this is a person, but they're using the male gender, so I'll use the male gender. Making his debut in 1964, Lucky the Leprechaun, also known as Sir Charms, in earlier commercials, was brought to life. Brought to life to embody the magical allure of Lucky Charms, a cereal filled with colored dried up marshmallows and frosted oats. Why you gonna have all of that sugar? I mean, come on. in the commercials, they would have like the kids and they're trying to get a hold of it. And if they catch, well, no, let me backtrack. That's not right. So the central narrative of Lucky Charms commercial often revolves around children trying to get their hands on Lucky's cherished cereal. Why? Drawn by its magical allure. Lucky, in turn, uses the unique powers of his charms to make daring escapes. So they tried to capture him to get the cereal, but he's invisible, and with the help of blue diamonds, he speeds away. Lucky adventures are thrilling chase, always emphasis. Oh my gosh, who sits here? I think that's what agitated me about Lucky Charms. The logo by itself always reminded me of like Notre Dame, because I'm like, is this Notre Dame University? They have a leprechaun as like their mascot. I'm like, that's Lucky Charms guy. Why did somebody think, gee, let me do this? This'll get them. No, 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 no. Yeah, Lucky Charms. I understood, and we're just talking about the mascot. Somehow I got into the taste of the cereal because I couldn't understand, like Golden Crisp / Sugar Smacks, delicious, 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 right? Most of the, even the Frankenberry one, because I would always pick out, like, because I don't like marshmallows like that, so I would just always pick out the marshmallow because I don't like marshmallows at all. They're just too sweet, right? So I would just pick them out and do it that way. So anything with marshmallows, I'm gonna kind of be suspect to it. But I just didn't understand the thing about Lucky Charms. Why are you as children? This had to be drawn by somebody, right? Why? Hold on a second. Why would you, as a child, go around chasing something invisible to get a pot of cardboard with dried out marshmallows? For what reason? There's no reason to. Let me just move on to the next one, because I could really stay there. The next one is that bee from the honey nut Cheerios. I'm trying to look up the name of it. I think they're saying his name is Buzz Bee. Now, this one is just iconic. First of all, yes, I'm going to talk about the taste of Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios is a tier 1 cereal. Hush your mouth. I don't feel like hearing it. Honey Nut Cheerios is tier 1. The logo or the mascot also tier 1, right? Sure, the mascot doesn't appear in other brands of Cheerios, which there seems to be hundreds. There's a plain, which I like, peanut butter and chocolate, strawberry, protein, frosted. There's all types of Cheerios, but he only appears, or wait a minute, they're saying the character does not have a gender. I don't want to call it because I don't like that. Yeah. I'm going to say he, and I hope nobody takes offense at that, because I just can't call something an it. So the character's name is Buzzbee. Is an anthropomorphic, is the attributes of human traits, emotions, blah, blah, blah. Designed in the first commercials by Dan Yergel and Yander Animations. The bee did not have a name until 2000, when Christine Tong, a 5th grader student from Coolidge, Texas, won a national contest to name him dubbing him. Oh, so they're using him too. Buzz B. Several different voice actors have provided the voice, originally voiced by Arnold Stang until 1992. Hadley K, Bill West, George Trahanis, Charlie Shatler, Jason Martson, Oliver Wyndham, Sam Hay, and Travis Moskinski. Wow, they didn't really went out to this. Busby appeared as the host of the Honey Nut. Okay, so this would make sense. Busby, and I'm doing that buzz, appeared in the Honey Nut Cheerios Spelling Bee board game. Now that makes sense. Spelling Bee, Bumblebee. This definitely I grew up on. There's no, and everybody put your comments in here because I know I'm forgetting some, but I'm just, I'm probably forgetting about some important ones. But yeah, the Bumblebee from the Honey Nut Cheerios, definitely tier 1 mascot. Definitely tier 1 mascot. I may get done with this in 45 minutes. I may be able to do it. I hope so. So the next one absolutely annoys me. Trix Rabbit. Oh, if I hear silly rabbit tricks are for kids one more time, I absolutely hated this cereal because of Trix the Rabbit. All he wanted was a bowl of Trix, which his picture was on, but no, some little whiny nose, snot nosed kid would sit there and whine, Silly Rabbit, Tricks are for kids. Why did they do this? This was so annoying. Just get him a bowl of it. I can't even tell you what Trix tastes like. Yes, it's a top mascot because it's iconic, but that doesn't mean that I have to like it. These aren't my favorite. These are just ones that I remember. And the Trix Rabbit, it was just so annoying. I think they had fruit flavored corn. I know it was corn cereal. But I can't remember what it tasted like. But it was in 1959. That cereal's been out that long. There was even one commercial I remember where they were going to like it was around Christmas time, I think. I'm hoping I get this right. And Santa Claus said, "Hey, just give them the bowl of cereal." They did, but they ran out of milk. Why? Why did this agitate me to no end? This really bothered my spirit. I could not believe, and they kept with the same. You gotta give them credit. They never deviated from that silly rabbit tricks are for kids. They never went away from it. They never tried something new, except for Santa Claus saying, "Hey, give them the cereal," but they was out of milk. They never went away from that. He never had a chance, or the character has never had a chance to taste the cereal that has his picture on it. Oh my goodness. It just annoyed me as a child. I just could not. Next one, Captain Crunch. And notice I didn't say Captain Crunch. I said Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, and I should have made this a trivia question, but Captain Crunch actually has a name, and I'm gonna look it up and tell you all what it is because obviously I don't go around talking about, hey, what is Captain Crunch's name? Captain Crunch's full name is Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. I don't know what Captain Crunch is captain of. I'm still wondering. I don't know why I'm wondering, but I'm like, what is he captain of? I think I can name all the Captain Crunch band because I look. Captain Crunch is another cereal. I like all of them. That man, I know they got the peanut butter one. That's my favorite one. The Oops Berries. The plain ones. The plain ones with the berries. Do they have chocolate? I don't know if they have chocolate. I know they have frosted now. Wait a minute. Types of Captain Crunch. Okay, so they got Captain Crunch peanut butter, which I already said was my favorite. Captain Crunch berry, Captain Crunch cinnamon, Captain Crunch berry, crunch berries, the Halloween Crunch, the regular one, and I think I'm forgetting one more. Let me go. They actually have a website. Okay, be quiet. Okay, accepted. So they have the cinnamon crunch, the peanut butter crunch, the crunch berries, the Halloween crunch, the Christmas crunch, the peanut crunch, and Oops Berry. Those are the ones they have. Like I said, I like them all, but peanut butter is my favorite. Peanut butter Captain Crunch is my favorite. But again, what is this guy captain of? And they have him like on a boat, like a ship or something. So I'm like, well, maybe he's a captain in the Navy. I'm gonna say sounds right. Yeah, Captain Crunch, definitely tier 1 mascot. Now these next 3, I never know which one is which, but Snap, Crackle, Pop. Right, this is for Rice Krispies. And if you eat Rice Krispies, my condolences, because it's one of the worst cereals. But the Captain Crunch, the Snap, Crackle, Pop, there are, of course, 3 of them. One is named Snapple, one is named Crackle, and the other's name is Pop. And when you pour milk over the Rice Krispies, that's the sound they kind of make. Although it sogs like in 10 seconds. This has been around since 1933. Oh my goodness. They had a comic strip, collectible figurines, but you can never split them up, right? You can never split them up because you'd be like, oh, we got Snapple and Crackle, but where's Crunch? Or where you gonna have Crunch by itself? The next one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this under 45 minutes. Can I do it? Toucan Sam. Toucan Sam is another tier 1 cereal mascot. This one I actually remember, it was from Fruit Loops. So Toucan Sam is the mascot for Fruit Loops since 1963. He travels around the world, and his nose can always smell Fruit Loops. Now, keep in mind, his nose is like different color, like part of his beak. They're calling it a nose. I'm going to call it a beak. Are like different colors, like red, yellow. It's his beak is the color of the flavors that are supposed to be in the cereal, except for the black part. But there's purple, green, orange, yellow, red. And he flies around the world in adventures. Telling children like they should exercise and all those things. Why would you just not make a commercial about that? But yeah, Toucan Sam is definitely definitely top tier. I'm trying to get to this one section. And I love the taste of Fruit Loops. Cause it was like Fruit Loops, okay, they didn't actually taste like fruit, which Apple Jacks don't actually taste like apples, but they're made out of the same thing. Like Apple Jacks and Fruit Loops are very similar, except for Apple Jacks. I don't know what type of flavor Apple Jacks has. I just know it doesn't taste like apples, and Fruit Loops don't taste like fruit, right? Because you're not going to eat the grape ones. It's like, oh, this tastes just like grapes. That doesn't happen. They were just sweetened corn cereals. And why would they call it apples when Applejack? I'm not going to get into that because I don't think Applejacks had a mascot like that. So I'm going to just steer away from that. But Toucan Sam would like play the drums or play the I don't think they had him playing the guitar. Um, Mel Blanc did the voice. I did not know that. I did not know that. Um, I'm trying to get to see if I've skipped one before I get to my last choice, which I probably will talk about at length. Because to me, this mascot is the standard for mascots, and it's Tony the Tiger. What can I even say about Tony the Tiger that has not been said? If all the other ones I was talking about are tier one, Tony the Tiger is in a category by himself. This is probably the most well-known cereal mascot, right? No, when you think of cereal mascots, Tony the Tiger comes to mind. Iconic, a symbol of Americana, Tony the Tiger stands alone as the top cereal mascot. No doubt about it. No arguments. I'm not gonna argue with you. Go argue with your mama because this is just um a fact, right? Nobody's more recognized. No mascot is more loved. I do have some problems with their commercials though. So let me kind of summarize what I remember some of the commercials were. Um, Tony the Tiger. Okay, it would always the commercials would always and they always stayed with the same format, the ones that I saw. So some kid would be getting bullied. It was usually some type of sport, basketball, hockey, tennis, whatever it was. And they would be in teams, they would bully this kid. Here comes Tony the Tiger and plays on the same team as the kid. Um, Mind you, of course, you had to suspend disbelief because you know those are actors and they're playing against a cartoon. But the commercial was always the same. Yes, and that phrase, they're great. Every commercial. They never went away from it. They never they never veered, even though they had different actors do the voice, they all sounded alike for some reason. But they never veered from this. They would always have Tony the Tiger saying this phrase, they're great, every single time. And welcome, Rue, by the way. Um, every single time. If there wasn't a commercial that did not have Tony the Tiger not say that, so easily recognized. Kids loved them. I mean, that's basically why most kids ate Frosted Flakes. And don't give me this about regular nasty cornflakes. That's got a rooster. We're talking about and not the chocolate to ones. Oh gosh, chocolate flakes are disgusting. Chocolate flakes are just the most awful thing. Who sits around and says, you know what? Let me eat some chocolate. Let me eat some chocolate flake. Nobody says that. Tony the Tiger is the reason why I ate Frosted Flakes, if I'm being 100% honest. Because, and I'll give you a tip on how to make them not sog fast, but it was so recognizable. It was like a regular, he was like a regular cartoon character. He could have had like his own cartoon, and I probably would have watched it. Right? I probably would have sat down and watched Tony the Tiger. Who does not know who Tony the Tiger is? The other one should be like, well, who? But you say Tony the Tiger, people can be like, oh yeah, the cartoon with the, and they're great. Just League of His Own, and I'm saying he because the description describes him as he. League of His Own, nobody can touch him. He's the top. No, or I'm not gonna argue with people. He's a cultural icon. He's appeared in various media campaigns, merchandise. The character's popularity transcends age groups, while children are drawn to his animated imagery and friendly demeanor. Adults have a sense of nostalgia associated with him. Over the years, Tony's image has been utilized to promote sportsmanship, those commercials I was talking about, and active lifestyles aligning with nutrition, energy-packed breakfast that Frosted Flakes represents. How much nutrition can be in Frosted Flakes, I don't know, but okay. From encouraging kids to be active and promoting sports, Tony the Tiger has stood as a symbol of positive energy and encouragement. In 1974, the year I was born, Kellogg's further emphasized Tony's athletic image by introducing his Italian American son, Tony Jr., which I didn't even know there was a Tony Jr. until a couple weeks ago, a couple years ago, honest, who often accompanies him in various athletic adventures and commercials. Tony Jr. was created to appeal to younger children and emphasize the cereal's energy-giving properties. What energy-giving products? I mean, if we're going to be honest about it, and again, I'm only talking about the Frosted Flakes. I'm not talking about the nasty chocolate ones, and I'm not talking about the, I know they have another one, and I forgot the sunshine thing on, well, that's not really iconic. I was thinking I forgot the one on Raisin Bran, that son with 2 scoops, but nah, that's not Rachel. But back to Tony the Tiger. Again, you cannot think cereal icons and not, if I say cereal mascots, Tony the Tiger is coming out your mouth. Who else could you think that is iconic, transcended, almost admired as Tony the Tiger? I can't think of anybody. That's my list, everybody. Nobody put in, except for Rodney, that put Cocoa Crisp. I'm going to look up that one real quick before I head off, because I don't even remember Cocoa Crisp. See, I don't even see. Oh, Cocoa Crisp. Okay, so that's the Snap Crackle Pop people. They got Snap Crackle. They got the 3 Snap Crackle Pops. But the cereal itself, nah. But now I'm understanding what you're saying. So I owe you an apology. But the Cocoa Crisp, when I looked it up, it has the Snap Crackle Pop on the box. So I guess this is chocolate flavored Rice Krispies. But nobody else put their choice. Oh, except for Lucky Charms. They did have good commercials, but terrible cereal. But guys, this is one of the shortest shows I've done. I'm not gonna promise that for future shows though. But remember, I don't know why I didn't do it, to subscribe, Support me on Patreon. And if you see it there, you see my Cash App. I don't want to get into why I put my Cash App in, but if you want to Cash App me a couple of dollars, that would be fantastic. I'd greatly appreciate it. Visit my merchandise store. Follow me on Facebook. All you got to do is go to facebook.com and in the search bar, type TRACYMedia, TRACYMedia, and my picture will come up and you can follow me. Blue Sky, hi, it's me, Tracy. Rumble, we're getting closer. We just need one more person to follow. We're going to let Rue, by the way, give the final comment. Is absolutely right. Like, share, comment. What other platform are you giving a countdown of serial mascots? I don't see anybody else doing them. I, in this show, want to put a smile on your face. I do way other serious content, and to me, it sometimes gets a little depressing. So I'd like to do these Saturday shows where I'm just talking about things that are just silly and they're fun and they're nostalgic. Haven't decided on the topic next week, but I thank you all for watching. I didn't think this show would be this short, but I can't say I'm disappointed because I have a long show coming up this evening. Join me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Justice is Here podcast. We're moving to our 7th episode. I've had a great time doing that. I will see you this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to take myself down and do the outro, and I will see you all later. Bye until 7.